Wait. Don't scroll, because what you're about to hear is not just a story. It's a descent into mystery, betrayal, and survival in a world where even reality itself can't be trusted. And if you love dark, suspenseful stories with shocking twists, smash that like button right now and subscribe. You won't want to miss how this one ends. Chapter 1, The Awakening Cold. That was the first thing Dr. Adrian Hell felt when his eyes snapped open. Cold steel beneath his back, cold air biting against his skin. The world swam in fractured images, flickering lights, shadows moving like whispers. He sat up, clutching his head. Where was he? The last memory was the lab. The project. The experiment that was supposed to change everything. Then, darkness. Now he was inside a chamber filled with shattered glass tubes and twisted machinery. The hum of dormant generators echoed through the vast, empty facility. And he wasn't alone. A voice echoed from the shadows. Welcome back, Doctor. Chapter 2, The Stranger. A figure emerged, tall, cloaked in black armor that reflected the dim light. A mask concealed his face, voice distorted like a broken radio. You were supposed to be dead, the stranger continued. But fate clearly has other plans. Adrian staggered to his feet. His pulse raced. Who are you? Where's the rest of my team? The stranger tilted his head. Dead. Or worse. You'll see soon enough. Before Adrian could press, alarms wailed. Red light bathed the chamber. The stranger cursed and faded back into the shadows. We'll meet again, Doctor. Try not to die before then. And then he was gone. Chapter 3, The Remnants. Adrian stumbled through the corridors of the facility. The walls bore scorch marks, clawed gouges, strange symbols etched into steel. Something terrible had happened here. And then he found her. Dr. Lena Cross, his colleague, his closest ally, the only one who ever believed in his vision. She was alive, bruised but breathing. Adrian, she whispered, clutching his hand. It all went wrong. The experiment, it didn't just fail. It opened something. Opened what? He demanded. Her eyes were haunted. A door. Chapter 4, The Door. Lena explained as they moved. The experiment had been designed to pierce the veil of human memory, to retrieve lost fragments of the mind, to unlock the forgotten. But instead, they had tapped into something else. A collective consciousness. A dimension of echoes. It's alive, Adrian, she said, trembling. And it wants out. He felt a chill crawl down his spine. If she was right, then every missing scientist, every body unaccounted for wasn't gone. They'd been consumed. And the worst part, Adrian remembered authorizing the final activation. This was his fault. Chapter 5, Betrayal. In the dark they reached the control center. Consoles flickered with corrupted code. On one screen, surveillance footage played on a loop. Their team, screaming, dragged into darkness by unseen forces. Adrian's stomach twisted. God, what have we done? But Lena wasn't looking at the screens. She was looking at him. You don't remember, do you? She whispered. Remember what? Her expression hardened. You weren't supposed to wake up, Adrian. You made a deal with them. You opened the door willingly, and you left us to die. His blood turned to ice. That's a lie. But deep inside, buried under fear, was a flicker of doubt. Chapter 6, The Chase. Before he could respond, the facility shook violently. A screeching noise reverberated through the steel, inhuman and furious. The walls themselves seemed to bend as though something pressed against them from the other side. Lena grabbed his arm. They know you're awake. We need to move. They ran through collapsing corridors, dodging falling debris. Behind them, shadows bled across the walls, reaching like hands. Adrian fired up emergency systems, doors slamming shut, but the darkness seeped through cracks, relentless. They burst into an underground tunnel system, lungs burning, footsteps echoing. For a moment, silence. Then a voice whispered directly inside Adrian's head. You brought us here. You are ours. Chapter 7, The Masked Man returns. At the end of the tunnel, the stranger waited. The armored figure from before, motionless as a statue. Lena raised a weapon. Stay back. But he didn't move. Instead, he tilted his head toward Adrian. She's lying. The distorted voice rasped. It was never you who betrayed them. It was her. Adrian's chest tightened. What are you talking about? The stranger stepped forward slowly. Ask her about Project Echo. Ask her why she pushed you to activate it. Ask her what she promised in return. Adrian turned to Lena. She said nothing, but her silence was louder than any denial. Chapter 8, The Revelation. The air grew heavy. Adrian's heart thundered. Lena, tell me he's lying. But her eyes flickered with guilt. And then she said the words that shattered him. I did it for us, Adrian. For a chance to bring back what we lost. You think this project was about science? No. It was about power. About rewriting reality itself. Adrian staggered back, betrayal slicing deeper than the shadows ever could. The woman he trusted most had unleashed the nightmare willingly. And worse, he realized a memory returning. A conversation, a promise, whispered in the dark. He had agreed. Chapter 9. The choice. The facility groaned, collapsing around them. The echo screamed, 1,000 voices in unison. The stranger raised his weapon, aiming at Lena. She is the key. And her. And the door closes. Lena's eyes widened in horror. Don't listen to him. Adrian, if you kill me, you kill us all. Am the only one who can control it now. Adrian stood frozen, torn between two truths. Kill Lena and trust the masked stranger, or save her, risking that everything she said was a lie. Either way, betrayal had already poisoned every choice. Chapter 10. Fractured trust. The chamber shook as Adrian stood between Lena and the masked stranger, heart hammering. You're lying, he growled, eyes darting between them. Both of you are lying. I can feel it. The stranger tilted his head. Truth doesn't matter. Choice does. Lena reached for Adrian's hand, her voice desperate. Adrian, listen to me. He wants you to kill me because he can't. I carried the link, inbound to the echo. If I die, it tears open fully. The stranger's reply cut through the chaos. She's bound. Yes, but not to contain it. To lead it. She opened the door to be its vessel. Adrian's chest tightened. His mind raced, memories slamming into him like waves. Lena whispering late at night. Lena pushing for the experiment. Lena promising, we can bring them back. But who was them? Chapter 11. The forgotten names. The masked figure lowered his weapon slightly. You don't remember because she took your memories. Part of the ritual. She needed you compliant. Lena's eyes blazed with fury. Don't listen. Hayes twisting it. But Adrian's mind split open. Visions clawed through his skull, children laughing, faces blurred. Gone. A family. His family. Wiped from his memory like they never existed. Lena, his voice cracked. What did you do to me? Her silence was answer enough. Chapter 12. The breaking point. The echo roared through the walls. A chorus of inhuman voices screaming for release. Shadows bled across the floor, reaching. Adrian raised his weapon, hands trembling. Tell me the truth, Lena. Were they real? She finally spoke, tears cutting through the dirt on her face. Yes, they were real. They were yours. And they're waiting beyond the echo. I did everything to give them back to you. I had to take your memories so you wouldn't stop me. Adrian's world shattered. Love, rage, grief all collided in a storm. She had taken everything. But if she was telling the truth, she had done it for him. The stranger barked. She's manipulating you. And this before the world ends with it. Chapter 13. The sacrifice. The floor split open. Abyss yawning below. From it, shapes crawled. Pale, twisted remnants of the scientists. Their faces distorted into endless screams. Adrian realized with horror. The echo wasn't holding his family. It was feeding on them. On everyone. He turned back to Lena. You didn't bring them back. You gave them to it. Her face broke, despair flooding her. I thought I could control it. The masked man raised his weapon again. This ends now. Adrian made his choice. Chapter 14. The shattered door. Gunfire. Screams. Darkness exploding into light. When the echoes cleared, Lena lay on the ground, pale, her eyes wide with betrayal, the same betrayal she had dealt to him. The link shattered, the shadows convulsed, shrieking, retreating back into the abyss. The chamber began to collapse. The masked stranger pulled Adrian up. It's not over. She wasn't the first to make a deal with them. She won't be the last. Adrian stared at Lena's still body. His chest felt hollow, ripped open. He had killed the only person he'd ever trusted, but trust had been an illusion all along. Chapter 15. Identities unveiled as they escaped the collapsing facility. Adrian turned to the masked man. Who are you? The figure removed his helmet, and Adrian's blood froze. It was him. An older version. Scarred. Hardened. His own face staring back at him. In what you become, the older Adrian said grimly. I failed once. I let her win. That world burned. Now I've come back to stop it from happening again. Adrian's knees weakened. He wanted to deny it, but the truth was etched into every scar. So this was always me, he whispered. Yes, the older version said, but you can still choose differently. Chapter 16. Echoes in the blood outside. The night sky split with crimson light. The echo had died. It had merely recoiled. And now, it whispered. We are not gone. We are you. We are every betrayal, every forgotten memory. And we will wait. Adrian staggered, clutching his head. His older self gripped his shoulder. This fight never ends. But if you carry the truth now, maybe you'll last longer than I did. Adrian looked at the collapsing ruins. At Lena's final expression, at the abyss inside himself. Chapter 17. A world rewritten. Weeks passed. Governments covered up the disaster. Kessler Dynamics was erased from public record. Survivors were silenced. Adrian disappeared into obscurity, haunted by the whispers of the echo. Every night he heard them, voices of his lost family, calling from the dark. But he knew now, they weren't real. They were bait, and still part of him wanted to answer. Chapter 18. The final betrayal. On a storm-lashed night, Adrian found himself staring into a mirror. His reflection wavered, and for a heartbeat, he saw the mask, the scars, the older version of himself. But this time, the reflection smiled. "Did you really think you escaped me?" it whispered. The glass cracked, and Adrian understood the final truth. The greatest betrayal wasn't Lena. It was himself. If you made it all the way here, wow. You just lived through betrayal, horror, and twists inside twists. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe right now, because more stories like this are coming, and trust me, the next betrayal will be even darker.